The sharp voice of the gray-haired elder echoed harshly through the grand hall, a sound that sent waves of shock surging through everyone present. Eyes filled with fear turned towards the red-robed man standing before the swirling vortex in the air. Mo Luo, a name of great renown within the Chaos Demon Sea. Among the top echelons of this tumultuous region, Mo Luo undeniably ranked at the forefront. His faction, the Flame Deity Palace, held sole dominion over the sea region of flames, a powerful giant whose reputation echoed throughout the Chaos Demon Sea. In a way, the might of the Flame Deity Palace surpassed that of the Nine Nether Sect and the Shintian Palace. Forces daring enough to provoke them in the Chaos Demon Sea were scarcely a handful. All of this because there was a supreme leader within the Flame Deity Palace, a man named Mo Luo. Mo Luo's strength was at the Revolution stage, a level comparable to the heads of major sects in the Chaos Demon Sea. Yet, no other Revolution stage expert dared to act arrogantly before Mo Luo. Why? Because Mo Luo wielded one of the 8 ancestral talismans, the Flame Ancestral Talisman. Only at such heights could they fully unleash the power of the ancestral talismans, a force that could shake the very heavens and earth. This was evident from the example of the Thunder Emperor. Although he too possessed strength at the Revolution stage, it took a king-grade alien demon and 3 general-grade alien demons to confront him. This would be equivalent, in human terms, to 1 reincarnation stage and 3 revolution stage individuals. Yet, even so, the 3 general-grade alien demons were promptly slain by the Thunder Emperor, and the king-grade alien demon was sealed away. This demonstrated the formidable might of a revolution stage expert wielding an ancestral talisman. Consider the master of the Dark Hall from the alien demon city. Even the leaders of the Yuan sect hesitated to offend him, largely because he possessed one of the 8 ancestral talismans, the Dark Ancestral Talisman. Yuan sect's leaders understood that even if they joined forces, they would have negligible odds against a master with such power. In the Chaos Demon Sea, Mo Luo was a figure akin to the master of the Dark Hall. Revolution stage superpowers were elusive titans, and a legend like Mo Luo, who controlled an ancestral talisman, seemed to exist only in stories. Yet, here he was, this legendary figure standing tangibly before everyone in the Grand Hall. The impact was unparalleled. The entire hall fell silent under Mo Luo's commanding and domineering declaration. Even the gray-haired elder dared not utter a word, understanding well the truth in Mo Luo's words. No one, not even the leaders of 2 major sects, would dare oppose Mo Luo today. To think, he is Mo Luo? Lin Dong, too, felt the tremor of shock. After a moment, he gathered himself, involuntarily clenching his hands. This was the first time he had encountered another possessor of an ancestral talisman. Yet, the prestige owned by this man was leagues beyond anything Lin Dong could compare to. The thought brought a wry smile to Lin Dong's face, though deep in his eyes, a tenacity emerged. He firmly believed that one day he too would reach such a pinnacle. He just needed time. Lord Mo Luo. After a brief silence, the gray-haired elder moved his dry lips, speaking with respect. My lord, our 9 Nether sect has made considerable contributions to this treasure hunt. We hope you will consider the face of our sect leader. Though this elder held significant status in the 9 Nether sect, with strength at the minor completion of the Death Mystique stage, his demeanor became noticeably humble before Mo Luo. He knew well that this man could end his life with the flick of a finger. The treasures within the Thunder Realm are not yours to covet. Recklessly intruding will only bring your sect to ruin. Mo Luo cast a glance at the gray-haired elder, speaking calmly. At these words, fear surged into the elder's eyes. Coming from someone of Mo Luo's stature, it was surely no idle threat. What could be within the Thunder Realm that even their backing forces could not withstand? May I inquire, Lord Mo Luo, as to what exactly lies within the Thunder Realm? Huayuan asked, eyes gleaming. Mo Luo glanced at Huayuan, a slight frown creasing his brow. Huayuan felt a cold sweat forming on his back as Mo Luo's gaze slowly swept over his body. He lowered his face, trying to suppress the dark glint in his eyes. Although Mo Luo's scrutiny lasted only a few seconds, when his gaze finally shifted away, Huayuan felt fortunate to escape with his life. Clenching his fist, he realized his palm was drenched in sweat. "Don't ask things you shouldn't," Mo Luo said, retracting his gaze from Huoyuan. Although unable to pinpoint the source of his discomfort, Mo Luo clearly had no intention of being amicable. Waving his hand impatiently, he declared, "I have no time for dawdling. The treasure hunt ends here. Leave the premises immediately." Upon hearing this, the gray-haired elder, Lu Xiangshuan, Huoyuan, and others all looked reluctant but didn't dare to oppose. The power this figure wielded was way beyond their ability to confront. Still, walking away here was exasperatingly difficult to accept. Lin Dong frowned as well, tightly gripping the silver talisman that crackled with lightning. This unexpected turn of events caught him entirely off guard. He couldn't have predicted that just as he was about to see the Thunder Ancestral Talisman, such a formidable figure would appear. He had devoted years of effort for this Thunder Ancestral Talisman. Giving up was simply not an option. "Hey, you're being overbearing. This place isn't yours. Why should we leave?" Mu Lingshan complained, standing beside Lin Dong with her brows knitted. While others feared Mo Luo, her background with the immortal Saint Whale clan gave her confidence. After all, in the Chaos Demon Sea, the most powerful force was always the Sea Demon clan. The gray-haired elder and others snickered silently, thinking Mu Lingshan was courting death by speaking to Mo Luo this way. Yet, instead of anger, Mo Luo merely glanced at Mu Lingshan and, with a slight smirk, said, "Little girl, go home and behave yourself. I don't bully people." His unexpected response left the gray-haired elder and others dumbfounded. Mo Luo, known for his domineering nature, had never spoken like this before. Lin Dong, however, understood that Mo Luo had probably recognized Mu Lingshan's immortal Saint Whale clan identity. Still, as he noticed Mu Lingshan about to speak again, he stopped her and cupped his fists, saying, "Lord Mo Luo, I know something about what's inside the Thunder Realm." These words startled the gray-haired elder, Lu Xiangshuan, and others, who all turned their gaze toward Lin Dong. They hadn't expected him to possess such information. "Oh." Mo Luo's eyes flickered, and then his gaze rested on Lin Dong. In a flash, he was beside Lin Dong, placing a hand on his arm. As soon as Mo Luo's hand touched Lin Dong's arm, an indescribably intense energy surged into his body, like magma pouring in. The power of the Flame Ancestral Talisman? Lin Dong's mind reeled as the energy invaded his body. His essence spirit quickly activated the devouring Ancestral Talisman, which launched its devouring power to absorb and neutralize the intense heat. "So that's it," Mo Luo murmured, releasing Lin Dong's arm. A look of deep surprise and intrigue was evident in his slightly reddish eyes. Lin Dong watched Mo Luo warily, realizing that upon contact, Mo Luo had sensed the devouring Ancestral Talisman within him. "You're Lin Dong?" Mo Luo's words took Lin Dong by surprise, as his tone suggested he had heard of him before. "Yes," Lin Dong nodded slightly. "No wonder you can dispel the alien demon aura." Mo Luo's expression was peculiar. He turned his gaze toward the spatial vortex, pondering for a moment before nodding. "Follow me into the Thunder Realm," he said, leaving the gray-haired elder and others dumbfounded. Lin Dong's eyes lit up with joy. He didn't know why Mo Luo agreed to let him enter the Thunder Realm, but as long as he could enter, he didn't care. Only by entering could he gain control of the Thunder Realm. That was the only way he could stand a chance against Mo Luo. "All right," he replied without hesitation. The surrounding strong figures in the hall were stunned by the scene unfolding before them. The domineering Mo Luo actually agreed to let Lin Dong enter the Thunder Realm. However, before he could finish speaking, Mo Luo's gaze, dark and intense, turned towards him. The red glow flickering within those crimson pupils silenced the gray-haired elder at once. "I have spoken. Anyone who dares enter the Thunder Realm will be killed." Mo Luo's eyes swept slowly across the crowded hall, his indifferent voice sending a chill down everyone's spine. Yet, no one dared to oppose him, not even Huoyuan and his companions, whose expressions flickered with uncertainty and reluctance, though they remained silent. "I want to go in too," declared Mu Lingshan, pouting slightly. Lin Dong nodded subtly. Leaving Mu Lingshan alone here didn't sit well with him, especially given the ill intentions of Xintian Palace, the Nine Nether Sect, and Hua Yuan's group. He worried they might drag Mu Lingshan into their schemes. All right. Mo Luo hesitated for a moment before nodding, saying no more. In the blink of an eye, he moved towards the spatial vortex. Let's go. Lin Dong urged Mu Lingshan in a low voice, swiftly following suit. Transforming into a stream of light, the two tailed Mo Luo closely, disappearing into the spatial vortex amidst numerous envious glances. Buzz. As the three of them entered the spatial vortex, crimson flames suddenly erupted around it, enveloping the vortex entirely. This was clearly Mo Luo sealing the entrance, dashing any hopes others had of following them inside. Damn it! Seeing this, the faces of the gray-haired elder and others turned grim in an instant. Their eyes blazed with fury, and they couldn't suppress their anger any longer. The treasures hidden deep within the cave abode were just within reach, but Mo Luo's unexpected intervention had stripped away their right to enter. How could they not be infuriated? Yet, despite their rage, they were powerless against Mo Luo's overwhelming pressure. All they could do was watch helplessly as the flame-sealed entrance blocked their path, resigning to their frustration. Boom. The moment they plunged into the spatial vortex, Lin Dong was momentarily enveloped in darkness. In the next instant, blinding silver light erupted in his vision, followed by the thunderous roar of an unending tempest, each rumble filled with indescribable majesty echoing in his ears. Squinting slightly, Lin Dong opened his eyes to find himself in a vast, boundless space, the domain of thunder. Countless colossal bolts of lightning roared and flickered like ancient thunder dragons in the sky, their deafening roars spreading far and wide, a sight so magnificent it defied description. So, this is the Thunder Realm? Lin Dong looked up, his dark eyes reflecting the myriad bolts of lightning. He inhaled deeply and murmured to himself, "Yes, this is the realm created by the master of the Thunder Ancestral Talisman," Mo Luo remarked from ahead, his gaze calm as he surveyed the thunderous world. The devastating bolts of lightning that could obliterate a death mystique stage observer dissipated harmlessly when they came within 100 feet of him. "Lin Dong, I need your help." Mo Luo turned to look at Lin Dong, speaking calmly. Lin Dong was taken aback. With his current abilities, how could he assist Mo Luo? If you know about the Thunder Ancestral Talisman, you should understand why this cave abode is in ruins, Mo Luo continued. Because of the alien demon's attack? Lin Dong nodded thoughtfully. It was an attack led by a king-grade alien demon and 3 general-grade alien demons. The Thunder Emperor managed to kill the 3 generals and seal the king, Mo Luo explained. And I'm here to deal with that sealed king-grade alien demon, Mo Luo added nonchalantly. Senior Mo Luo plans to eradicate the sealed king-grade alien demon? Lin Dong was startled, understanding dawning on him. Mo Luo nodded slowly, his crimson eyes gazing into the depths of the Thunder Realm. You, as the master of the devouring ancestral talisman, should know something about alien demons. They don't belong to our world. They are natural destroyers, enemies to all inhabitants of our realm. Lin Dong agreed, recalling ancient memories of how terrifying and corrosive these alien demons were to their world. Alien demons are not only powerful but extremely resilient. Eliminating them is no easy feat, especially a king-grade demon that reached such heights, mooted Lin Dong. Eradicating one of this caliber would require the power of 2 ancestral talismans. This knowledge had come to Lin Dong from the Primordial Wilderness Tablet, which he had pledged to return to after acquiring a second ancestral talisman to help eradicate the sealed king-grade alien demon there. With your devouring ancestral talisman and my flame ancestral talisman, we should be able to eliminate the king-grade alien demon, Mo Luo declared. Lin Dong broke into a cold sweat. Rest assured, that king-grade alien demon has been sealed for a millennium. Though it's still alive, its power has significantly waned. Besides, I'll be the main force in this endeavor, and you can assist me from the sidelines, Mo Luo noted, seemingly recognizing Lin Dong's unease. Lin Dong nodded. At this point, what more could he say? Although Mo Luo's conversation did not deliberately mention the Thunder Ancestral Talisman, Lin Dong understood that Mo Luo likely had intentions for it as well. Furthermore, Mo Luo was clearly aware of Lin Dong's unique ability to possess multiple ancestral talismans due to the devouring ancestral talisman. While the devouring ancestral talisman may not have the offensive power of the flame ancestral talisman, it held a dreadful ability, the capacity to absorb other ancestral talismans. Both of them tactfully avoided discussing the fate of the thunder ancestral talisman at this moment. For individuals like them, who mastered ancestral talismans, alien demons were their destined rivals. Naturally, dealing with alien demons took precedence. As for the Thunder Ancestral Talisman, they would concern themselves with it after handling the King-grade alien demon. Be cautious later, Ling Shan, Lin Dong advised Mu Ling Shan, glancing towards her. Their next opponent was no pushover. Mu Ling Shan's petite face turned peculiarly serious, as if she too felt the looming danger within the Thunder realm. Let's move, Mo Luo commanded with a sweep of his sleeve. A fiery aura spread from his body, enveloping Lin Dong and Mu Ling Shan, and with a swift motion, he hurtled them into the lightning-filled depths of the Thunder realm. Mo Luo's speed was staggering, almost as if teleporting. In mere minutes, they approached the heart of the Thunder realm. Before them lay the Thunder Slurry Sea region. The Thunder Slurry Sea region stretched endlessly, its surface charged with raging lightning. Overhead, a vast expanse of silver lightning roared like heavenly wrath, evoking fear in one's soul. Lin Dong, Mu Ling Shan, and Mo Luo halted midair above the Thunder Slurry Sea region, raising their gazes. Above the region stood a silver altar, laced with countless lightning steps, and atop the altar was a throne. Around the throne, lightning cascaded down like waterfalls, distorting the space around it, while a shadowy figure sat upon the throne. That figure was not brawny, even appearing a bit gaunt, yet it exuded an aura that made the heavens tremble. Is that the master of the Thunder Ancestral Talisman? The Thunder Emperor? Lin Dong mused at the figure on the throne. Its aura was monstrous, but it lacked vitality, confirming the being's demise. Mo Luo nodded slightly, yet his gaze drifted further above the altar, filled with indescribable intent. Sensing this, Lin Dong followed Mo Luo's gaze and saw a vast thunderball, 1,000 feet across, suspended in the distant sky. It resembled a sun, forged entirely from lightning. Within that thunderous sun, Lin Dong sensed an immensely terrifying yet familiar energy. It was the Thunder Ancestral Talisman. Lin Dong's eyes burned with fervor as he stared at the massive thunderball. The intense lightning within made his scalp tingle. So that's the Thunder Ancestral Talisman? He murmured, watching as his eyes ignited with the devouring power. The black light flickered ominously as Lin Dong's gaze seemed to penetrate the thunderball, glimpsing a primordial rune at its center, a twisting symbol reminiscent of the first bolt of lightning born at the dawn of time. Majestic and ancient, filled with divine retribution's might. Lin Dong and Mo Luo focused intently on the thunderball for a long while before their gazes met, both sensing an unspoken understanding between them. Senior Mo Luo, where's the king-grade alien demon? Lin Dong casually inquired. Mo Luo's eyes shifted to the Thunder Slurry Sea region below. His palm clenched, and suddenly, an immense flame erupted, sending waves of unbearable heat that distorted the surrounding space. Lin Dong watched closely as the flame soared from Mo Luo's hand. At its center was a fiery rune, ancient as the Thunder Ancestral Talisman. The Flame Ancestral Talisman, Lin Dong murmured, lips pressed tightly together. Clearly, the rune Mo Luo summoned was indeed one of the 8 ancestral talismans, the Flame Ancestral Talisman. With a flick of Mo Luo's fingers, the flame surged downward, plunging into the Thunder Slurry Sea region. As it descended, a tremendous roar erupted, creating a massive vortex in the sea. As the vortex whirled open, an immensely evil roar erupted from its depths, shattering the air and sending a torrent of black energy surging upwards. Boom! But just as this black energy shot towards the sky, the thunderous orb above suddenly released a resounding noise. Lin Dong then witnessed the sky above the sea twist and warp, revealing massive thunderous chains stretching across the heavens. These chains, resembling mighty lightning dragons, connected one end to the blazing sun in the sky, while the other extended deep into the heart of the vortex. Lin Dong's gaze followed the thunderous chains into the chasm's depths, where flickers of lightning began to emerge. With the aid of this light, he finally laid eyes on a massive shadow, trapped in the abyss of the thunder-slurry sea. Bound tightly by the thunderous chains, the shadow's overwhelming evil aura continuously seeped out, attempting to corrupt the chains binding it. Swoosh! As Lin Dong focused on the shadow wrapped in lightning, the figure seemed to sense his gaze, sharply lifting its head. Its sinister, ferocious eyes locked onto Lin Dong's, sending a violent shockwave through his mind. An uncontrollable malice surged up, threatening to seize control of his sanity. Damn it! Just as the malice was about to overpower him, Lin Dong snapped back to reality, angrily cursing in his heart. With the devouring ancestral talisman, the ancestral stone, and the ancient cosmic formation, he managed to contain and disperse the rampant malice. Be cautious. These alien demons are adept at corrupting the mind, Mo Luo remarked, impressed by Lin Dong's ability to recover unaided. Lin Dong nodded, a gravity in his demeanor. No wonder it's a king-grade alien demon. Its power is truly terrifying. You cursed humans. Beneath the sea of thunder, the immense shadow roared in fury, its voice thick with resentment. We, the alien demon race, will one day raise your dimension to the ground. Sealed for 1,000 years and still so arrogant, Mo Luo sneered. Don't think you've won this war, the shadow screeched. The number of my kin in this plane is beyond your imagination. When the dimensional rift reopens, your world will fall under our dominion. My people know their king is sealed here. They will come to rescue me. Rescue you? I doubt you'll have that chance, Mo Luo replied with a faint smile. Pitiful humans, even sealed, you cannot extinguish me. The Thunder Emperor could only manage a sealing at the cost of his life. Mo Luo gazed mockingly at the alien demon king, who continued its defiance. With a sweep of his robe, a storm of roaring flames twisted, forming a fiery tempest in the sky. Feel this familiar power? Below, in the depths, the alien demon king's eyes widened with horror at the rising crimson among the silver luminous haze. Flame Ancestral Talisman? More than just that, Mo Luo retorted. Lin Dong, watching the now alarmed alien demon king, couldn't help but smile. He stepped forward, and a black light surged from his head, forming a black hole suspended in the air. Devouring Ancestral Talisman. Upon seeing the black hole, another sharp cry escaped the alien demon king, this time tinged with fear. He couldn't fathom that here, 3 ancestral talismans would appear. With only 8 ancestral talismans in existence, 3 were present here. I've long known remnants of you alien demons lurk in this dimension, striving to free your imprisoned kings, Mo Luo declared, his voice echoing in the space. I'm here to ensure you're completely eradicated, ending their hopes once and for all. You! The alien demon king's voice was laced with anger and shock. Lin Dong, fully activate the devouring ancestral talisman. I'll wield the flame ancestral talisman and summon the power of the thunder ancestral talisman to annihilate this fiend. Mo Luo commanded with resolve. Yes. Lin Dong nodded, a seriousness in his eyes. Even when sealed, the alien demon king's power was formidable, and it was beyond Lin Dong's capacity to confront it head-on. The brunt of the task lay with Mo Luo, and Lin Dong's role was to support. Determined, Lin Dong sat cross-legged in midair, channeling his primordial energy, and powered the devouring ancestral talisman with all his might. Buzz. Under his full control, the black hole above him swelled, unleashing a formidable devouring force. Mo Luo glanced at the black hole, a flash of astonishment in his eyes. As the master of the flame ancestral talisman, his understanding of these talismans was far beyond ordinary comprehension. Among the 8 ancestral talismans, the devouring ancestral talisman was the most enigmatic. Though it lacked direct offensive power, its devouring capability could even accommodate the powers of other talismans. Flame ancestral talisman. Annihilate the demon with me. However, Mo Luo had no time to ponder further. He quickly regained focus, forming intricate seals with both hands. His already scarlet eyes now gleamed with a crystalline brilliance, resembling molten lava flowing within. Boom! A terrifying flame surged skyward, and from within it came a clear, resounding cry. Lin Dong watched in awe as the towering flames transformed above Mo Luo into a colossal fiery phoenix, spanning thousands of feet. Within this flame phoenix, an overwhelming power radiated. Merely a single fiery phoenix formed by the flame Ancestral Talisman could likely rival multiple super warriors at the revolution stage. Lin Dong was in shock. This was the true might of an Ancestral Talisman. He wondered when he would be able to fully harness the power of the devouring Ancestral Talisman. Thunder Emperor, I know a fragment of your spirit lingers in the Thunder Ancestral Talisman. Unleash your last strength now, and join us in vanquishing the demon. Mo Luo suddenly raised his head, his fiery gaze fixated on the figure seated upon the throne, and shouted, "The Thunder Emperor hasn't completely fallen?" Mo Luo's shout startled Lin Dong, and he quickly looked up. He saw a beam of lightning shooting from the thunderous sun, illuminating the throne above. Under the lightning's glow, the emaciated figure, whose eyes had been shut for a millennium, slowly opened them. Boom! The heavens rumbled with lightning, as though welcoming their returning sovereign. The Thunder Emperor had awakened. Endless torrents of lightning cascaded from the sky, flooding down upon the altar, which stood unmoving amidst the deluge. The man on the throne opened his eyes, which were a brilliant silver, resembling a realm of thunder. The terrifying aura they emitted was enough to chill anyone to the bone. As he opened his eyes, Lin Dong could feel the very atmosphere of the Thunder Realm grow more tempestuous, as if the lightning itself was rejoicing, welcoming its reborn monarch. The silver-eyed man slowly cast his gaze toward Lin Dong and Mo Luo. His face was not conventionally handsome but carried a distinctive charm and taste, marked by a faint smile. Flame Ancestral Talisman, devouring Ancestral Talisman, a millennium of waiting has finally come to fruition. We should cut the chatter. This state of yours won't last long, Mo Luo remarked, his fists clasped in respect. Though he was domineering, even Mo Luo displayed deference towards this former master of the Thunder Ancestral Talisman, despite it not being explicit in his words. The Thunder Emperor nodded with a smile, his eyes landing briefly on Lin Dong, a hint of curiosity in them. The strength of this devouring Ancestral Talisman master. This young fellow has only recently acquired the devouring Ancestral Talisman, but it's sufficient, Mo Luo explained. Not yet fully matured, then caution is necessary, the Thunder Emperor advised softly. Thank you for the warning, senior, Lin Dong replied respectfully. He had gained much within the Thunder Palace, and showing respect was only proper. The Ancestral Talismans grant us power beyond the ordinary, but they also bring unforeseeable dangers, the Thunder Emperor said with a smile. He slowly rose from the throne, radiant lightning emanating from his body. My remnant spirit cannot exist for long. While I can still command the Thunder Ancestral Talisman, let us strike together. Thunder Emperor, you coward, hiding within the Thunder Ancestral Talisman for a millennium. Are you afraid to face me in single combat? Roared the alien demon king from the depths of the Thunder Sea, his voice raging with fury. Had you not attacked during my reincarnation tribulation, slaying you would have been effortless. The Thunder Emperor replied coldly, his silver eyes fixed on the furious alien demon king. But since you can no longer bear the waiting, allow me to release you today. With these words, the Thunder Emperor took a sudden step forward. The 1,000-foot thunderous sun above let out a deafening boom, twisting and distorting as a deluge of lightning slurry fell like waterfalls. Roar! Brilliant lightning warped the heavens, an ancient roar echoing forth. A creature resembling a gigantic serpent, its entire body glimmering like silver, dripped with thunder slurry that transformed into lightning strikes as it streaked across the sky. This serpentine being boasted 9 enormous heads, its massive form coiled in the heavens, exuding a terrifying pressure that caused the very fabric of space to warp. Push the Ancestral Talisman to its limit, and you can summon the spirit of the Ancestral Talisman. Such power is enough to wipe out the heavens and earth. However, you aren't at that stage yet. The voice of Yin abruptly echoed in Lin Dong's mind. The spirit of the Ancestral Talisman. Lin Dong squinted slightly, then clenched his fists. One day, he would summon the spirit of the devouring Ancestral Talisman. He was curious about the form of this spirit as well. Let's act. Mo Luo nodded slightly upon seeing the Thunder Emperor summon the spirit of the Ancestral Talisman, then spoke in a deep voice. Boom. Just as Mo Luo finished speaking, the massive fiery phoenix above let out a clear cry, its 1,000-foot-wide wings flapping abruptly. A sea of flames roared forth and then compressed at an astonishing speed, ultimately forming a 100-foot-thick pillar of fire. The beam was almost tangible, its body sparkling like a gemstone, yet beneath its vibrant colors, it harbored a nearly destructive force. Roar! At this moment, the 9-headed thunder serpent also let out a collective hiss. Its monstrous mouths opened wide, pouring forth lightning like a waterfall, coalescing into a thunderous pillar charged with destructive power. Lin Dong sat in midair, his primordial energy pushed to the limit. Above him, a black hole spun wildly, eventually becoming another dark pillar of light. Compared to Mo Luo and the Thunder Emperor, however, his was far less formidable. Go! A low cry simultaneously erupted from the three of them, causing the entire Thunder Realm to quake violently. The lightning slurry sea region below broke apart completely, waves thousands of feet high surging chaotically, instilling fear in all who witnessed it. No easy task to kill this king. Even the alien demon king was taken aback by the onslaught. Madness filled his eyes as he realized that despite the tenacity of alien demons, the power of the 3 ancestral talismans posed a mortal threat to him. Great demon erosion. From the alien demon king's body, a vast, evil black aura spread out, forming a massive dark orb 1,000 feet in diameter above him. From afar, it resembled a sinister black sun emanating malevolence. Clearly, to withstand Mo Luo and the others' lethal moves, the alien demon king was going all out. Boom! The 3 pillars of light tore through the space like meteors, hurtling with immense speed to crash into the sinister black sun. An indescribable wave of energy rippled out wildly, tearing the once thousands of feet wide void into one spanning tens of thousands of feet. The entire Thunder Slurry Sea region fell into complete disarray as a result. A muffled groan escaped Lin Dong's throat as his face turned much paler. His strength was far inferior to Mo Luo's, and trying to oppose such a peak-level adversary akin to the reincarnation stage was indeed overwhelming. Brother Lin Dong. Behind him, Mu Ling Shan called out, only to be waved off by Lin Dong. Now is no time to falter. Lin Dong, can you hold on? Mo Luo called out as well, acutely aware that asking Lin Dong to join the fray was a stretch. However, to ensure the alien demon king's eradication, the power of the devouring ancestral talisman was indispensable. I can hold on. Lin Dong replied through clenched teeth, determination flickering in his eyes. Summoning his will, a vivid green crystal in his dantian began to glow, releasing wave upon wave of powerful life energy like an overwhelming tide. This life energy crystal was a gift from Mulan, but due to its immense energy, Lin Dong had stored it in his dantian once he entered the great completion of the life mystique stage. Now, it was the perfect solution for his urgent need. Boom! With the torrent of vigorous life energy entering his body, Lin Dong's previous exhaustion was almost instantly eliminated. A sharp gleam filled his eyes once more as the black hole above spun with increasing ferocity. Not bad, kid. You've got tenacity. Both Mo Luo and the Thunder Emperor nodded slightly as they saw Lin Dong enduring the energy shock that should have been terrifying for him. Despite his current lack of power, his resilience was impressive. No wonder the devouring ancestral talisman had chosen him. Boom, boom, boom. 3 pillars of light intertwined, unleashing the full power of the 3 ancestral talismans. Under this combined might, the sinister black sun was forced into retreat, while the furious roars of the alien demon king echoed like a trapped beast in defiance. Having been sealed for a millennium, it was now exceedingly difficult for the alien demon king to withstand the assault of the 3 ancestral talismans. Your days of imprisonment end now. The Thunder Emperor's eyes blazed brilliantly, and his voice boomed like thunder. With a powerful punch, 9 thunder serpents came crashing down from the heavens, charging straight at the alien demon king. Whoosh! As the 9 thunder serpents surged forth, a fiery phoenix let out a piercing cry, its wings flaring with destructive power as it soared into the fray.
Attack!
Lin Dong's eyes gleamed with fierce intent. With a commanding gesture, a swirling black vortex tore through space like a circular blade, striking with formidable force.